everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Chiefs going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second.
Nice play, baby. Nice play.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And his guys are going to take at the 34-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now. This is Charcandrick West. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday?
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing his Carr on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down, the run with Lynch. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From midfield, here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Dancing to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now West. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. They'll run again here with West. And an alley to run. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. is incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing or whatever. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Play clock winding down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. West with a quick feed. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. They'll turn to the power game at Olawalu.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Completes it right side to Cooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mario Edwards able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This is West. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Mahomes to throw on second down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down, setting up the screen for West. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's West. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's brought down after a good gain. And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll try to pound it in with West. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Charcandrick West, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing now is Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. On play action. Now Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Benny Logan. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. 6-year man Marquette King on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it with West. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On the ground, it's West again. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble, too, as he scrambles for a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall,
and the Raiders have got him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
Now the ball comes loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. And now the juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Play fake here on first down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second down and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
6-18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they will set up.
Give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go now.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football. I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes for the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Ohio State, Garyon Conley. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
They start the drive with Lynch. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Lynch. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Dancing to his left. Room here to run. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Lynch. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Get down.
On second down, Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the ground, it's Lynch. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll be brought down. At the 27-yard line. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So they're operating in the red zone. Throwing on first down is Carr. Smith catches left side. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run with Lynch. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, they go Lynch. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Gareon Conley. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.